I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad.
Summer 2024. Violent anti-immigration protests erupt across the country. A year later, and Britain is again grappling with a wave of similar fury.
Watch as furious Dublin residents chant "Get them out" as they clash with police over the alleged assault by a migrant of a 10-year-old local girl.
We are here today because Canada is broken. Our kindness and generosity has given way to naivety and weakness. We did not want to be taken advantage of, tricked, lied to, and sold out by those we trusted to lead us.
Our housing is prohibitively expensive, not only in absolute sense, but also in comparison to the Americans. Our healthcare system is under terrible stress. The same can be said for the education system. Even Ontario now, which was Canada's richest province, is poorer in terms of per capita GDP than Mississippi, which is the Americans' most poverty-stricken state.
And 1 1/4 Canadians have food insecurity now.
Define food insecurity.
Well, there's metrics on it, but basically they're skipping meals or children are unable to be fed what they need.
Okay, so 1 in 4.
And food bank lines have doubled, and these are terrible consequences of economic policy and attention. Yeah, it really hits home.
It should be very alarming, right? These are, I don't know, I think I used the words in French, and which the translators probably got really well, like stupefying, shocking, right? This is not, like, it's not a funny fiscal outlook. It's a really serious fiscal outlook. And we don't lightly use the word unsustainable, right? Unsustainable means you don't have the option of saying, maybe I'll wait a couple of years, I'll see how things go. It means if you don't change, this is done, right?
The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID in European Union is Poland. One of the lowest debts in European Union is Poland. So don't give us this rubbish about the need of educated immigration, as we heard yesterday. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Take them all, and pay for them. We don't need them.
Economists, bankers, and governments all suggested programs like the foreign worker permits and the work visas would strengthen the nation. But they never said was that endless immigration was never about growth, it was about control. When governments inflate the population faster than the economy can grow, it creates the illusion of prosperity. A growing GDP built on productivity, not on people. More workers mean more consumers, means more debt. But every new arrival also means more demand for housing, food, healthcare, and wages that never rise fast enough to meet the cost of living. So when the people began to suffer, they blamed people like the landlord, employers, and the market itself, never realizing the true architect is policy. Because inflation is not an accident. It is a weapon, a quiet tax on the poor, a transfer of wealth from the many to a few. And when a middle class begins to drown, they are told the solution is more of the same. More people, more growth, more debt. It is a perfect cycle, a self-feeding machine that keeps the housing market inflated, the labor force cheap, and the people divided by culture, language, and belief. So while the population rises and the standard of living falls, and the dream of home ownership, once the foundation of freedom, becomes a privilege of the elite. Because in the end, the greatest form of control is not by force, it is dependence. And a nation dependent on a government will never again remember how to stand on its own.